Hello Internet, it is now June, which means that it's probably no more than a month and a half before the Legion pre-patch drops and the Broken Shore becomes the place where all the cool kids hang out. And I don't know about you, but I am more ready for Legion than Jude Law is to finally get that hair transplant. And I know that right now, the idea for some of you that you'll miss Warlords of Draenor sounds like I'm saying you should feel nostalgic about that herpes flare-up you had last summer, or insisting that we'll all be really, really sorry when Adam Sandler announces no plans for the Do-Over 2. I mean, come on Adam, I need to find out what happens next to those characters. They're just so real and relatable, I feel like I know them, they're part of my family. Don't leave me hanging like this, Adam! Adam! But I also know there are only two things that are definitely going to happen in the next 6 months. One, Ghostbusters will make people lose their shit, whether it's good or bad, and it will be bad. And two, by December something will have happened in Legion that will make people lose their shit, and many will start talking about how WoD wasn't so bad after all, because, you know, at least it had shipyards or something. So I've had a little think about a few things that I am going to miss about Warlords of Draenor, which turned out not to be that hard at all, because despite its obvious faults, I did overall have a pretty good time, because, you know, I do quite like the video game World of Warcraft, sorry. Although, you know, having said that, it's probably not going to be the longest list I ever make, put it that way. So here is our list, in no particular order, of the top 5 things we will miss about Warlords of Draenor. Okay, go, 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 go. First up, Bodyguards, or more specifically, my favourite bodyguard, Defender Ilona. Improving on companion technologies introduced in the Mists of Pandaria Shadowpan dailies, Warlords allowed certain followers that we picked up around the world to become our own personal bodyguards throughout the expansion and lend us a hand. Like George Michael might lend you a hand on Hampstead Heath, but, you know, without the public indecency charge. Being a decidedly squishy discipline priest, my favourite of the lot was the Tankardin bodyguard Defender Ilona, who quickly became the Costner to my Houston, the Oddjob to my Goldfinger, the Hodor to my Bran. Oh, Hodor. And when you spend more time hanging out with a pretend space goat than you do with your real-life girlfriend, you inevitably begin to build up a certain fondness for that person. Like, you know, Evitel is nice and everything, but can she teleport party members to my location? 1-0 Ilona, that's all I'm saying. And over the course of the expansion, Ilona and I have been on some pretty mind-blowing adventures together. Hey, Ilona, do you remember that time we did all those Apexis dailies together? Oh man, that was so awesome. I thought we'd never get that bar filled, but then you popped up with your shield and that bar never stood a chance. Or that other time when we were farming sumptuous fur, and I was all like, we'll never do it, Ilona, we'll never get all the fur. But then your little healing ghost guy popped up, and we totally did get all the fur. Do you remember that? Great days. Yeah, so I'm going to miss Ilona for sure. Yeah, maybe once Legion hits, I'll still pop back to my garrison every now and then, just to say hello. Oh god, what am I even saying? No, sorry Ilona, see you later girl, you're on your own now. Spires of Arak. Something that World of Warcraft always does well is zone design, and, you know, if Talador is Luke Hemsworth, then Spires of Arak is totally Chris Hemsworth. It's right up there with my favourite of all time. Completely different from anything else you'll find out on Draenor. The quest lines are fun and varied, the music is amazing, the Arakoa was surprisingly interesting, and levelling through there was an absolute joy, even on like the 4th or 5th time. One thing I won't miss about that zone, though, fucking Skyreach.
Ah, Skyreach. I have not been this close to her in many years.
Oh, if I ever have to hear that one more time. And you know what? We totally were this close yesterday. And the day before, because this is one of only 4 dungeons I can even run before max level, so we see it a fucking lot. And also, you know, you could always just drop us off at the end where the boss is. You don't have to take us all the way to the beginning. It's no trouble, really. Just leave us at the end. It's fine. Oh, fuck you, Rashad, seriously. And I know Legion will have all new zones, and some are bound to be just as good, but I will always look back with fondness for my screechy, annoying, feathery friends. May that curse never beat them yet. Next up, it's Orcs. Yeah, you know, I'm really gonna miss the... Oh no, I'm sorry, I can't even do that as a joke. I think it's fair to say we've all probably had enough of orcs in the same way that Barry Manilow has probably had enough plastic surgery. Barry, you've simply run out of face now, Barry. Please stop it for dignity's sake. And orc huts and spikes on everything, with demons and green fell magic currently coming a close run second in the God please don't make my actual eyes have to look at any more of this stuff ever stakes, which in the case of the demons and the fell magic is unfortunate. I even tried to make a new orc alt a month or so ago and was actually almost physically sick, it's that bad. But, and this is an important but, I now have seen the World of Warcraft movie, which you can see me and Evitel talk about on our channel if you like, just saying. And the orcs in that movie are so awesome and so well drawn and well performed, and I found myself so engrossed and engaged in their story for the first time in years that I think I could genuinely go back and play Warlords of Draenor again from the beginning and enjoy the story and everything that happens in it about 100% more than I actually did. And I think the same could be said for lots of people. It's a real shame that the movie and Warlords of Draenor didn't match up better as far as timing is concerned, didn't come out at the same sort of time, because I genuinely think that after seeing the movie, people would enjoy Warlords of Draenor more, and timing is important. Like, a couple of years ago, Bill Cosby buys you a drink and you say, "Oh, that's a really nice gesture, Bill, thanks very much, what a lovely man." Now, not quite so much. It's a shame, it's a real shame. No, Bill, I'm not thirsty, seriously. Oh, he's so insistent with those drinks, isn't he? Changing weapons. Of course, famously, Legion will see the introduction of artifact weapons, a single, upgradable weapon that will stay with you throughout the expansion. And while I am officially behind the idea of artifact weapons, I think they'll be great fun, although I still think it would have been better to forge and name your own. Partly because that would be more personal, but mostly because Taliesin's lore would be the best staff of all time. We all know it, let's make it happen. Yes, I know we get artifact power-up drops or whatever instead, but nothing beats a good weapon drop, does it? I mean, come on, what do you remember most about Hellfire Citadel? The roughly soldered wrist clamps? Or the motherfucking Calamity's Edge? Yeah, exactly. Yes, and I know the artifacts all have different looks that you can get and whatnot, but I'm really gonna miss that thrill of a big fat weapon drop when we down a boss. It's what raiding's all about. And that, combined with legendaries that can literally drop from anything, at any time, anywhere. I mean, they can drop as unexpectedly as Justin Bieber's balls. Then yeah, I guess I am going to have to start getting myself excited for those bracers when they do drop. Yay, bracers! Oh, it's the bracers I wanted, everyone. Oh, that's what raiding's all about, isn't it? The fat loot. The bracers. Oh, I'm so happy. And finally, one of the things I will definitely miss about Warlords of Draenor, or late Warlords of Draenor, is having my Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday evenings to myself. Now, I love raiding. It's one of the main reasons I play World of Warcraft. I cannot wait to get back in the saddle and kill me some demons when those raids start in Legion, especially because I've still got my fingers crossed that somehow, some way, the last boss of this expansion will be Khadgar, because man, oh, I would love to kill that sanctimonious twat. But no matter how much I enjoy it, and I do, I'm really going to miss having my Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday evenings to myself when the raiding routine starts going hardcore again. And say what you like about a year without meaningful content, and I'm sure you will, but it does give you a chance to catch up on things in-game, like Loremaster, and in life too, and there's nothing wrong with that. When Legion launches, I'm going to dive in feet first, and nothing else is going to get a look in. So personally, secretly, I am quite pleased I've had this time to not be raiding hardcore. I think about all the things I've had the opportunity to do and achieve in the last 9 months while things have been quiet. I could have gone to night school, learned Icelandic. I could have written a novel or a play. I could have gone out and made new friends, volunteered in an orphanage, made the world a better place. I mean, I didn't do any of those things. Obviously, I was sat at home, often in my pants, playing Overwatch. But I could have done all those things. And not once would I have had to have worried that my entire evening would go up in shit because 1 milli DPS hadn't read our guildmaster's boss tactics, which are completely different from any other guild's boss tactics, but that's okay, that's absolutely fine, that's just fine, I'm over that. So if you need to get hold of me on a Tuesday, Thursday or Sunday before Legion launches, you'll doubtless find me in the pub with a beer in hand, just sitting quietly, before all that madness kicks off again. And those, Internet, are the top 5 things that we will miss in Warlords of Draenor. Hope you have enjoyed the video today, because that's the end! If you have enjoyed, click like down at the bottom there, and subscribe. We'll make more videos, why not? If you haven't enjoyed the video, downvote the shit out of it. And remember that my name is Angry Joe. Ah, jokes! My name is Taliesin of Taliesin and Evitel. Thank you, Internet. Until next time.